In this video, we're going to talk about this guy right here. This is the Shardor 64mm grinder. They have been made popular lately through their other 64mm grinder, which is made out of plastic. As far as the casing goes, this one, however, is die-cast aluminum. So a much more robust build. The design is a bit different. It's reminiscent of Moser. Before I go further, I should also mention that Shardor did send me this unit for the sake of the review. So thank you to Shardor for that. Just talking about the features of this guy, it's got 64mm burrs inside, flat burrs. It's got a 350 watt motor underneath. I removed the bottom flap and took a look inside. And it comes with a portafilter holder here, so you can put portafilters in there. I think that it's designed, honestly, for 58mm because the 51 doesn't fit in there real great, nor does a 54mm fit in there all that well. But they call this a professional grinder. Now, on the one hand, they say it's professional. On the other hand, they say on the bottom it's for household use only. So keep that in mind. But I think what they mean is that they try to make this streamlined so that you can just put your portafilter in here in the cradle, let it sit, and press your dose on there and go ahead and grind. It's got a really, really big hopper that adds to that professional kind of flair. So this guy, you can fit actually 17.64 ounces of beans in there, or half a kilo. That's a lot of beans. It's also got on the side here a power button, which is quite a nice haptic power button. Works well. It's illuminated as well right there. And then as far as the timing goes, there are basically two different timings that you can choose, either 1 bean or 2 beans, so you can set up 2 different times. I find this grinder to be so fast that I kind of just leave it on the 1 bean, and I got it set up for 5.5 seconds. That gives me about 19 grams in that time, so it's very fast. It also comes with this little stainless steel grounds catch tray here that just kind of slides into the bottom. Talking about that, we got something else kind of interesting. We got a couple of suction cups on there so that hopefully that guy doesn't jiggle around your counter. It is also relatively heavy, but not super heavy. Let's just see what this guy sounds like. But before we do that, another thing occurred to me. Actually, what I really like about it is it's got an adjustment collar that's pretty slick, because the adjustment collar actually has got brass on it. So why do they use brass on the adjustment collar? Well, I think the reason that they do that is because it makes it more smooth to run inside the aluminum machined housing where it sits. So 2 different metals, one being softer than the other, allows it to be able to be adjusted more easily. So that's nice. You'll also see that it's keyed. So we got a thicker tab right here to stick back inside. So let's just test here a couple of different portafilters that are smaller and see if it can hold them. It's going to vibrate as it grinds, and then after that we're going to go upstairs and pull a shot. See, that didn't work great. You'll also notice the sound on it. It's not a quiet grinder by any means. It's a little bit on the loud side, but the good thing is that it's pretty fast in grinding. So you'll see that this adjustment here is toolless. It's just a couple of knurled screws. There we go. To adjust the height here on the portafilter holder. Let's see if it'll hold the 54mm from Sage Breville. All right, that one it did hold. Let's go ahead and try the DeLonghi one more time. All right, here we go. I got it set up for DeLonghi again. All right, actually it's able to hold it fairly well. So I take that back. while the circumference here, the radius on the holder, you can see is meant for 58 millimeters. It is able to hold smaller portafilters in there too. It's just a little bit fiddly and getting the height just right so that it can hold it. But now it's working. Let's go upstairs and give this guy a try. All right, let's test it out. Put it right in the holder. You can see that goes really, really fast for a dose. 18 grams in 5.5 seconds. Let's do a little bit of WDT there right away. After that, I use the spitting tool sometimes just for fun. Give her a good tamp. Put it in the machine, and let's see how the shot looks. I have been getting some nice looking shots out of this guy. Now this is a full Arabica bean here, and it's on the lighter side of medium, so it's not going to look quite the same as a darker roast with more Robusta in it, but still doesn't look too bad. And the taste. Alright, and let's see how the taste is on this guy. Now this bean in particular is actually on the lighter side of medium. But even so, being on the lighter side, no problem for this 350 watt motor to munch through. And that's quite an interesting shot. This one, being that light, has got a bit of acidity that is forward. Something like citrus, something a bit like orange rinds. Also some bittersweet chocolate in there. And a bit of toasted oats I'm getting as well. So I'm able to get nice shots out of this guy. But anyway, what do I think about the machine? What are my honest thoughts on it? It's an interesting grinder. It's not as cost effective as the original 64 millimeter with the plastic housing. It comes with this holder, which you can also remove, by the way. I do find the holder to be just a little fiddly. And considering how fast this guy is, it grinds at over 3 grams a second. I'm not really even sure if you need a holder. You could just hold the portafilter there, you know, for 4 or 5 seconds. That's no big deal. So you can just remove this if you prefer to. It's just a little bit fiddly here with getting the height adjusted just right. What I do like is the fact it's got a 350 watt motor inside, so it's more than strong enough. It's got a stepless grind adjustment. I like that the grind adjustment is brass sitting inside aluminum threads so that the turning is easier. I don't like so much how big the hopper is for my personal use case. There would be a lot of beans to stick in there. You would need to go through a lot before they get stale. I would have liked to seen this with a smaller one or maybe with a single dosing hopper, but that's just me. The screen is fine, easy enough. You can choose 1 or 2. You can also choose manual if you like and set up a 3rd time there. I know what some people are going to like, however, is that you can put different 64 millimeter burrs inside here. By the way, guys, a couple of addendum notes and also a disclaimer. So if you're going to put in any kind of third-party burrs, like I got the SSP burrs in here right now, you do have to realize that you may be voiding your warranty. The machine is designed for the specific burrs that it came with. I'm just saying that other burrs do fit in there. And what else you got to keep in mind is that it's going to offset your reference point. So my reference point used to be just before 0, and now it's actually closer to 30. So that's going to make a difference as well. Now, for a couple other tips that I've learned in the meantime, you can turn off the beeping by holding the plus and the minus button. I've had it actually turned off the whole time, but now it's turned back on. So if you get this and if you want to turn off the beeping, just press and hold the minus and the plus button. And also I have seen online that there is apparently a single dose bellows that fits on there pretty well. I'll go ahead and link that in the video description. Back to the video. So if you want to try SSP burrs, you can do that. If you want to put in some Le Bru burrs, I think those will fit in here as well. It's a 64 millimeter size with the 3-hole pattern. So you can experiment with this guy, and that's nice. And of course, something needs to be mentioned. The price is very good. It's cheaper than any other metal housing based 64 millimeter grinder. The next cheapest one I know is the DF64, which is a higher price than this guy. So this is kind of the new cheapest benchmark on the market for 64 millimeters in a die-cast aluminum painted housing. I hope this video is helpful for you guys, and if so, hit that little helpful button down below. Until next time, I say happy coffee drinking, happy espresso drinking. Bye now.